can do over towards middle in terms of passive play can be good as well. Keikop on defense, Na'Vi on attack, and we have the late flash back in. And I mean, 2 people were playing anti-flash from Na'Vi, so not too bad. We started so fast in this. Stonclawed, thank you so much, man. Stonclawed 420 with the 8 months. Of course, thank you very much, mate. Of course, man. Thank you for saying that, dude. Yeah, maybe some rank stuff soon. Blanc goes in. When does Xiao get his smoke? Does he TP back to B main?
The flash on the rate to make their way through, and a wingman to help on the defuse. This is going to be a strong round for KC as they get some information on the way through. Player on left blinded up and not taken out. In fact, it's the shock dart that finds a kill, and Xiao
dude, the shock did so much.
And the Shu has quickly found itself on the
other foot. Dude, nice round from Xiao.
Claim the
pistol. This was really cool though. The smoke down here to create the crossfire.
It's actually becoming a real storyline. It doesn't make any sense.
As if he plays laid back. It's so sick.
KC, the ideas look sublime. Like you have the pop flash that just seems unavoidable.
Still though, 2 people playing anti-flash as well. It's a good sign.
It is the Xiao show once again. They catch players on the cross. The utility looks decent, catching them with flashes, and then Angel gets one with a shock dart, and from then it just falls apart.
I mean, it was almost an ace from Xiao as well. He did enough damage. He was the one doing the damage in the first place that let that shock dart get the kill. So he walks out with 4
that
kills
goes in. They go for the same thing. Good amount of info.
Is getting involved, it's fair to say.
Great amount of info. They don't know pure numbers though.
A lot of players pushing up on
they haven't actually been able to gauge pure numbers. They've just had a good amount.
These players are up close. Look at the scrap. So they stick around. They do some damage, and now they set up for the late round with a nice advantage in their back pocket. The orb is the only thing that KC managed to claim as a positive. And in fact, I'm just looking at the HPs, it's not even a lick of damage done in return. Until then.
Mitch back curse.
Lovely timing on this, yeah.
Well, Ardis again.
Same thing, Flash goes a little bit too deep on that one for at least the angle that Ardis is holding.
Playing the Neon. Normally if he's on a duelist, it was
Condog, Egg Dog, with the 19 months. How we doing, mate? Good to see you, man. Thank you so much for it.
He just likes the pacey movement characters.
One of my favorite names.
About. The agents that give him that maneuverability. And again, we say this a lot, Tomazi.
Yeah, any extra damage, any extra kills, any extra armor rebuys. The Killjoy instead of Cypher, yeah, it's going to be good. You're going to be able to see it more on defense, but I'm telling you, it's going to be like mollies over towards here to stop the wingman plant. Means that Spike is down. You're going to see like turrets delay here or just like get info here. It's also good just putting it on like one of these more aggro angles to get info. I think like the more you think about Gecko becoming meta, the more Killjoy makes sense against a lot of the stuff that you see.
It's mainly the attack side, that space taking, that quick zip
after plant util as well. Wingman tries to defuse, it will one pop him.
Into combat quicker. Will always be
Florabunda as well with the 11 months. Thank you so much.
And it looks like some A crunch.
Thank you for watching there. Okay, big buy rounds. And yeah, not enough damage in the round before. We have a very good bonus round. Can't even really call it a bonus round.
Because he's got an orb and some map control for his team, leaving one behind to watch it. But Shin is quickly going to have to give that up.
Yeah, of course, normally you'd look at this as a bonus round, but Na'Vi have gone for the classic and purchased up those extra rifles after a singular casualty in the last round. It makes this basically a 4x4 for them. Just a little bit risky, but gets away with it. And now they have a 4th player in. That's the thing for KC. They've got that.
You would imagine the crossfires are too good here, no? Ooh.
Looking to take this
one pretty quickly. Man, the spam in, the recon to the guy back of sight as well.
Has every direction to look at.
Yeah, and they might have delayed enough that this smoke goes as well.
Now they're closing the distance, looking to take the fight themselves.
Nice backup util. Wait, that was pretty impressive. I like this wall that they do over towards side as well. It creates a lot of pressure. And then they felt like they had to go through to save this guy back side, and he's focusing on short. And then the recon scans him. Might have been a flash behind it as well. The util dump from Na'Vi here looks great. Probably so great that I wonder if Keikop paused and realized that they maybe have to fight A, because that looked pretty disgusting. All people here, they all got wrecked. They're either going to think that they need to play heavier site, or they need to play retake on this site, or they need to fight A main. Like all of them are fine.
They've got so much like sort of awkward utility. You see the stuns from Zipan is basically just put into those backlines. They're trying to jump in off the flash. They can't because they're stunned in a corner. for Tamazi, this now comes down to can he hold on to his gun and what he is.
And he do damage. He did a good amount of damage, but
initial fights, but it is
2-9 loss bonus.
It is going to be the bonus round victory for Na'Vi. And while for KC, there'll have to be some weaker weaponry going into this round, but there's exactly
got caught out a little bit here.
It's the sheer pacing off the back of the utility that I feel like you're never really able to build back into a retake when a team is playing against you like that.
I didn't catch what it was. I think it was
Mew
the
Musician
wingman
as well, with
that was
another
thrown
gifted
out,
from
caught
you.
a
Thank you for
stone
doing
on
that, Mew.
Zipan, but in the chaos, they couldn't
Much,
follow up
man.
on it. I can't help but think if you take him down, how different that round is from a space-taking perspective from Na'Vi, from being able to follow up on some of the
Goes
utility.
in, they
like
take
the
early
fragment that went
control.
down. Could have been a different round.
Yeah,
but
they
it
might
wasn't.
have talked
KC
about the
now
fact that
find
they need to get
themselves
early
going into
control,
round
or
number
it's
4
just their
with Sheriffs
protocol
in
of
their
actually
hand
getting the
and a
orb. Who
Spectre
knows?
to work with. A slower start for this squad. They were a little slower to start in the previous map. Like we said, there were some troubles around the
What
easier
the-
rounds. They were taking a lot of damage.
What
Their
is this
economy was
trip?
being tested, but then they
This
woke
guy.
up, and it felt
Look
like
at
there
him.
was no way to take their foot off the gas once they
Oh.
got going. For now, that won't be happening, as we already see Magnum go down. And it's
Ooh.
not like you can really
Like the
follow
idea
up
of
on
this
that
trip,
trap from
though.
the current
This
position.
trip goes to this angle so you
Easy
can
space
swing off it.
taking for the side of
Wait.
Na'Vi, as long as they can avoid these
Yeah, lovely
pistols.
flash in.
Maybe
Everyone
even a
ate
sting
it.
or two,
They get
because the
2,
Wraith's
they
got a
get out
double.
of there, guns
And
are
now
down,
the
no one
round
can
is
get the
winnable
upgrades
again
yet.
for the defensive side with the spike dropped out in the open, and it's not like they've got anyone that makes
But
it
no one
easy
can
to
get the
retrieve
upgrades
that.
yet. That's the main thing.
No, a dart was just used as well, so they can't even try and clear any of these angles. The only
Yeah,
thing that
they,
really benefits them is that none of the
The
guns
Gecko flash was
are retrieved yet.
perfect.
And I almost wonder if
No
the side
smokes,
of KC
but
are
there
just
is
gonna opt to
stairs, so
play
they
the
can
numbers, try and
check
group
back
up,
a sight and then
try
get
and
a
push this
safe
one
plant.
together. Shin has got
30
to be
seconds
careful.
left.
He's almost walked backwards into the angle. Angel now
Yeah, and they're
just looking to try and
so
blockade.
scared of a push behind.
Instead,
Barrett to watch
just very
behind.
worried of where these players are going to be coming from. Just
Check
watching to
this.
see
He has
if
his
anybody
recon. So he's probably just
is
going to
looking
recon
get a
back
little
wall
bit
and then
ahead of
plant.
themselves. Instead,
Oh,
he's gonna
recon's
throw
in
out the
there.
dart, try and use that to almost distract as he will get the after plant.
Planted.
Reposition for the Paranoia. I love it. It hasn't caught them, but it's forced them into a wider angle. Sagetsu down, and they know where
Martine
Angel
low
is,
HP.
but look at the damage done. Already just 5 HP on Martine. It has to be Shin to help him out in this fight. They need to swing together.
Whoa.
And the trade is found.
Guy is
Shin
behind the
with a
wall.
wall bang headshot
Yeah, very
on the
nice.
Sheriff.
Narrate.
Finds
Narrate
the
deserves a
first
big
round
shout out for this
KC.
one. He did so well.
That looks
I don't like
one
the
of those
trips on
shots
side
where
as
you're
well.
running away from being killed and you just shoot.
Yeah, the
Just
actual
fire.
fadeaway.
Just fire. If you miss, you've still got a few more bullets left to play with. But this was fantastic from KC. Again, just the timing of Tamazi. This is another statement that I don't think too many would disagree with. I think Narrate is the best Stinger player in the world. Like, I don't see anyone use it like him. It's just so absurd with what he's able to get away with on this gun. And why it gives a first round over to the side of Carmine Corp. And again, I believe, is this their pause once more? The second they win a round, it's almost like Eng's going, calm down, lads. Calm down.
yeah.
Straight away.
Get the pieces together. I mean, this is it though, Tom. I do like the approach. You've
I mean,
just found
it's
yourself
a good
on
round
some
to do it still.
unstable ground.
Money's
You've
not
found
great.
yourself a little bit of foundation to stand on, and you want to use that like a launching pad, like it's a diving board.
Zephyr
to
Stinger, yeah,
make a
the
majestic
Zephyr Stinger
entrance
is
into the map, and I think
something
following
else.
up on the back
I mean,
of
honestly,
this,
just NA
you've
players
got
are just
Navi's
better with the
economy
Stinger.
not really threatened due to their early buys, but Ultimate's online, and that's a big deal for this squad. On the attack side, Artis can delete their utility and make their way into a site very quickly, and obviously you'll have Zipan sliding through angles. He's got a
I
stinger
think
in
it's
his
not bad,
hands. We
Theo.
can
I think
see
some of the
that
mid-rounding
means we're likely to see
worries
the
me
finger
still.
guns come out.
More from the FUT game
The
that we saw.
official name.
Yes.
To be honest, at least it's not the worst I've heard.
People will understand.
That is true. That is true.
I think you know there's not many abilities in the game that correlate with finger gunning.
Maybe in a few years. Maybe in a few years.
You never know.
Well,
Okay, and
looking like.
similar to what
And still, it's gonna be more
Heretics
of a
like to do
default.
with the flash
Zipan
and
hasn't
then
put this into play, but I think they're almost just selling this as a ruse. And the
Neon
ruse
with
so
the stun.
far hasn't
I mean,
gone
it's
too
exactly the
bad
same
with
as what
3
people do on
players
Ascent, right?
in
Flash
mid,
over the
one
top
still
and then
waiting towards
EP
the
close.
spawn. It leaves just one man sat within the confines of the A site.
Flash over
They
towards
were
middle.
looking to just blitz this, which is exactly what it's going to do.
Yeah, and they're
Overdrive
just
in
straight
play,
up
looking for
sending
that
this,
fire to
and
shoot,
nicely
will
done
find
from
it.
Zipan
The rest
here.
of the team are able to rotate
Dude, look
quite
how hard
quickly,
he is
but
to
then
shoot,
taking
though.
damage as they do. Narrate does well on the
Wow,
trade,
Narate's a
and it's
beast.
gonna be down to just
How does
Tamazi.
Narate kill so
The
many? Does
rotator
Tamazi get here in time? Kind of just has to
almost has to
cage
fight
and to
this quick,
spam?
otherwise they're
Cage
gonna have
spam and
too
rely
many
on your
players to
teammate
deal
spamming? Oh, he's smoked off anyway. Dude, Artist survives on 5.
They fought ahead of the Cypher utility that was still online. Tamazi was playing in spawn specifically.
Yeah, I do just think Zipan deserves a shout out here. Just constant left, right, always moving, so he's just very hard to shoot. Always want to be strafing out.
2 feet.
Wait, that was one of the high HPs.
The low HP Artist hasn't yet been spotted.
Dude, any little bit of spam here.
He has to give away his position. And Artist was more than ready to find him as he emerges around the corner. At Tom, I can't help but feel like this is around the KC setup very well, but the execution, it just wasn't there.
Yeah, again, I think that the fact that Shin is isolated so quickly,
they're
not
standing
quite
still.
ready for this, but yeah, they go very aggressively. I think it's just that reactive play, though. Like, you have that many players in position, you go for it. Okay, are they all going to run around that corner at once? Someone's probably got an elbow. Maybe we can catch them before they get into the site. This time, though, it doesn't work out for them. And
Hero saved. They got a lot of ults. We got Angel 1 away.
It's not worked out. Shin is on a hero
walk down,
rifle.
yeah, walk down middle. I mean, they're not going to be able to pick up this gun.
No chance of retrieval if he goes down, and he does immediately.
They're going to fight for this space.
Yeah, and they're like, well, we want to try to get this gun. Nade is solid.
He's in a lot of danger with that nade. Almost goes down. Despite how close they've made some of these duels,
Chat, the new Omen ult,
Xiao is clinging to life.
If there's a gun down and he ults, can he pick up the gun now as well?
Won't. He falls straight off that ledge. Good shot by Tamazi. A lot more to do, even at that range.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Down Zipan, not so,
that's interesting.
Even Angel as well. They were both tagged up, but they don't land. And now the way back through seems riddled with danger.
Yeah, showstopper available, but again, you're
no way.
Almost looking at a kill or two first. There needs to be something, and Sugetsu hits the timing.
Very nice, yeah, and that's someone that was getting a little bit closer to their
into the lead this time, a lot cleaner when it comes to their anti-ecos.
You could always do that. You had to be on top of it though, right?
That KC are throwing out.
Now you can like actually look around, E interact. What is this name? Steven, I'm not even saying it. Steven Liggy with the 8 months. Thank you so much for the Prime. Who's changing their Twitch name to that?
Ultimates galore for the side of KC. Every single
Sideshow's all count.
I'm expecting something maybe a little bit proactive because it does seem like with the pacing of Na'Vi's
they got to start using some of these ults. It is a big buy round, so at least they didn't back them all into the round before.
They are slowing down the take this time. Looking across the map, more of a default again, but jump peeking.
This turret's pretty nice.
Sending players out to see the push, ensuring there's no walk up on A, and then the knife goes down outside B main. There's no aggression, so they give him a couple seconds and then double check.
I don't know if the angle actually sees like this area here, but it's really cool.
You're gonna realize they've got the say over how this round goes.
They're just waiting for a reaction over towards A. So yeah, I think they did great here, and I honestly think that this is what the plan was. They tried to get the KO out of them. Fake hit, get the KO out of them. They were never going to side hit this.
Straight into the Cypher setup.
Yeah, I think the plan initially was to hope that this site take went well, and then from the shadows across the map into the backside.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
They haven't been able to
at least worked out pretty well.
Get the space that they wanted. Hunter's Fury maybe could be used to try and get in on this, but
let's see if these two trips can. Because it's the same 2 trips, right? Let's see if they can actually.
They're just going to try and almost walk it through, and there is that Hunter's Fury. Hasn't connected on that first player. Hoping for a little bit
the line's pretty good though that he's ulting. Oh man.
Though, this time falls immediately in the trade. Whoa,
Big Jewel comes next, and Shin honestly might have just won them the round. Yeah, they have so many people here. 15 seconds.
All the ults just still in play, still being
Xiao just king of the castle at the top.
Na'Vi don't really stand a chance.
No, well, the 6 seconds left on the clock certainly doesn't help out, nor does the disadvantage in players.
Yeah, they had so many numbers there.
Sugetsu now, question is, can he save this rifle through to the next? Can he make it costly is what he's thinking, going out to fight KC, but finding no one in a second round acquired in the bank for that defensive side. They need to keep... Yeah, look, it was actually the blind.
How did Na'Vi lose the first map? Or they lost every single clutch.
A little bit too early.
1v5, 1v3, 1v2, 2 1v2s, 1v1.
But the price was not paid in the end.
Yeah, this time you see what happens when KC
UW Reeks, how we doing, man? How we doing?
The ultimates to help them out as well.
UW, yeah, I think that's how we say it. Sure. With the tier 1, thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. Knife goes in, hits the Cypher. Cypher util goes down, and they go for the fast split. Did he not get hit by the Cypher? Oh, okay, maybe he didn't get hit by the
Angel now leading the way. They did the same again.
Speaking of the knife, does hit 2 over towards here. We've got 1 person holding down Market. He needs to kill everyone. 3 people coming his way. Get out of there.
They have. The Na'Vi love to fight from behind. This is somewhere that they find value again and again.
Oh, they're on the same page.
Make it work this time as the plant still needs to go down. Martine falls, and the aggression from Sagetsu shouldn't be expected. The flash is good, and Tamazi's follow-up even better.
This
now the info
is
as the hat comes
manic.
off the head. Thrash finds
How many
its mark.
running kills is Shin gonna get?
While he's all alone
Okay, it's a
up
nice
against
fast
the
flood
full
from
might of KC minus
K-Corp
Martine,
here. It
and
just
that's
felt like they
too much
never
to deal
ever
with.
gave him
A
any
third
space
round
here.
now for
Constant
Carmine
util
Corp,
dump.
The gap down to 2.
Yeah,
Wonder if
really
Na'Vi
like
gonna have some kind of timeout.
Denying a lot of
Because
information.
I feel like
the
their
pop
plant
flashes
and
onto the drone,
where
but you also
I
just
feel like they could be more
have
decisive in their
ability
after
to
plant.
retake
Like if
together.
they're good over
They can
towards
keep
B
that
main
man
spamming
advantage,
smokes, I
they'll
think they
do
can
their
rely
best to
on
hold
it.
to the backside, but ultimately they're very content
They're getting
to
caught
just
out in the
pull back
open all
off
the time, it
and
feels
just
like.
play together in those post-plant scenarios. They've almost disabled Na'Vi from having those aggressive positions that they want to have. And
This
fight them
EMA's
before they
version
can get into the
of
retake.
Paper X, no, it's just
2 rounds
it's
on the
literally
trot.
just fast
Still,
rounds
though,
because
we are going to see
I mean they're
them
just heavy
with a buy on the
rotating.
Na'Vi
They constantly
side.
have A control,
And
right? So
Ultimates
there's more
couldn't be
stacked towards
further away
B,
from
so
the
they just fast
majority
flood.
of the KC players. Martino,
They have
he
great
just gone
util for
straight down
flooding
mid. He wants
and
to fight them
retaking.
immediately.
Yeah, I like the high flash that they're using to try and engage on that part of the map, but Na'Vi stepped back. They were cautious, and now the reward is being found. Quickly retaking
Extra
the
dink in
space,
there as well.
punishing Martine.
Yeah, they messed
Him
up a little
down
bit
out of
here.
the round early with Shin on 50 HP. This is a very good
Kavinki with the 6 months.
start
Thank you so much for the
for
tier 1
Na'Vi.
as
The
well.
only problem is they're moving towards the A site, where, like you say, Tom, the gambles come in. KC 3-man stacked on this site by the time the push comes through.
They still have a drone.
The reasoning for the Killjoy, I'm pretty sure it's for the
Might just
Gecko,
be
man.
The silence,
Nice.
almost.
Stop the original
Getting that
plants,
kill
good for
through the
retakes.
box. It's some
Good to
extra
stop
damage.
extra util on the
Right,
defuse.
still within the site, but for
Pretty
them
much
to
just
deny
counters
anything
everything
here,
that Wingman
it has to be
does.
a fallback into the retake, so they had all of this initial control in play, but
It's also a good map for
unfortunately,
it.
because of that lockdown, they're not
Do they
gonna be
want a
able to
fast
do
flood?
anything to deny this plant.
They know Angel's here now.
Oh.
That flash was thrown up and over. Paranoia through. Good double to start with.
Man, the
Tamazi's
fast
not
floods
letting
are
go.
insane,
They know where
though.
Angel is. They've known the whole time. Now they can narrow it down to just the 1 player, and no defuse necessary because they still haven't got the spike planted.
Yeah, it keeps happening. Dude, Na'Vi
slow
need to do
the
a
start
timeout.
As it's 4-5, the gap down to 1, and KC
Disala,
looking a lot
thank you so much
better.
for the
They've got
prime.
the
Thank
ball
you for
rolling
the whole
3 in a
year.
row now.
Yeah, this is the thing. I was thinking they're probably going to get the plant down. They'll probably
yes,
get
exactly
into a
that,
position
Autumn.
where they go for the retake
And
as a
defuse.
group, but they get there before Na'Vi can even react. You can see them just making their way around the elbow to get into a position to even
And
put
this
that
general
spike
shutdown
down.
of
What can I say? What can I say?
and this general getting
This
free
time
choke
he
points.
was just better.
And he is
Heavy
up there,
shutdown.
10 and 7 again. This guy just seems to thrive within this map. Initially,
Yeah,
when I
and so
started
in terms of
coming
this,
to
they
roster, I
can
was like,
either
Julius going
dump
onto
less
Sentinel, we've
util,
seen
because
that
they,
one
in
before,
theory,
but
getting over towards sites a
looks
little bit
very
freer, and then they
comfortable,
save
very
util for
quickly.
when they're trying to fast
Very
flood, so they can block
not feeling
this,
the same at the
or
moment.
you could just
3 of those
straight up just
assists
do a
as well
lark.
came off his
You
ult.
could start lurking
You know,
a bit
I feel
more.
like so far Tamazi, when it comes to his utility, hasn't found nearly the value that I've seen set up for it to find. Players about to run into his traps, the team faces ahead of them, he gets caught by the ult.
Money?
And same thing on B
I mean,
side,
only this
where they
guy
go to
can't
push,
buy.
They don't see the traps, they're on their way out, Tamazi swings and dies. And, you know, to still have a good game when the core of your agent is not really working out for you, that utility's not hitting, but his shots are. And that's something else to talk
Do
about.
I agree with the pick
KC
over
have
Cypher?
always got
Yeah, I mean,
that
yeah,
in
everything works
droves,
at the
but so
moment. As
too
long as
did
it does the
Na'Vi. Two teams we
fundamental
could
stuff,
see,
I'm in for it.
Even if the game plan goes completely out the window, they can
It gives
still
you what
win
you want.
rounds, and even
It gives you
games just
info,
off the
stopping
individuals
power,
they've got
stop
on
the
roster.
plant.
This
The
time,
Killjoy's
a real
good.
brawl on map number 2.
Just
Na'Vi
not
were
as
silenced
just not as
early on
obviously
by
good for the
their map pick, but
like
there's
the
still some
ults,
fight
but-
left in them here. The series could go to 3. We need this attack side to show
Whoa.
us a few more.
nice shots from everyone.
And a few more rounds. This is
And
not a good
Angel
start. Traded out
must be
early.
thinking,
Martine
where
stays
is this
alive.
gun? Can I get this
It's one
gun?
of those scenarios
I would
where
like this
don't
gun.
think
Can we
Syntax
smoke
is
middle? 'Cause I wanna
expecting
get
4
this gun.
players to be peeking mid, and
Smoke middle. Get the gun.
Actually gonna go pushing it, realizing
Trying
that
to swing the gun
is there
normally.
to get to, though. Now they get the
Okay,
line,
no need
and
for the
it's
smoke
Sugetsu to
middle.
clear them all
Yeah,
out.
and it literally all
Tamazi,
around the
he
fact
said
that
he's
Angel
just
wants the
venturing out
gun.
to try and do
They start
exactly
doing the
the
swings
same.
towards middle, and
Second one,
Tamazi,
though.
not a 1v4.
They're
This
just
is the one they
facing
were
up
missing
against this
from
guy
the map
finally.
before.
They're gonna go and get themselves a post plant. I've been waiting for a couple of rounds.
And he's really fast on
didn't
this
need
in
to
terms
fight
of
it.
decision making. Straight over towards
Now,
B main. He's
one
hit
away from the
early.
neural theft. He gets a kill here. He's already on a fast flank. Might not necessarily be expected. In fact, Xiao is just going to go
Oh
walking
yeah,
in.
lovely info.
Lucky for him that he
Okay, nicely
survives,
done
and
from
Ardis is there
Ardis
as
in the end.
the
Good
backup
shot.
plan, but-
I mean, Sugetsu just
Well, for a second, I
outdueled
thought
3
the
people at middle, right?
Portuguese youngster
All
was gonna prove
protecting
himself
Angel picking up a
again.
gun.
God, they had a 1v5 last map. Could have been a 1v4 here. And you remember what happened to Navi after that. Morale went in the bin, as you'd expect, as it would and as it should.
Oh, that was...
Round by Sugetsu,
Yeah,
though, to
that
put
was
Navi
really,
back on the
really
map.
nice, man.
Back in the game, the lead extended back up to 2, 6 guaranteed. So an even half is now the worst case scenario. But we know the side of Navi, they're good on attack. They can make this all the way up to 8 if KC aren't careful.
That's the thing as well. That was just a couple of hero rifles in play for Na'Vi. That was a round that they never really should have won, but
Something similar over towards
KC
middle. It felt like they
taking
wanted
that
to
advantage,
flash
wanted to
and
again.
fight.
Na'Vi, they don't give us a second notice. They are going straight through.
Yeah,
They've
and
had a
this
lot of
time
success
we've
getting
added
into
the
the
lurk
B-side.
in, right? This is from the
The
timeout.
retakes have been solid.
Definitely
Martin
added the
again,
lurk
Tamazi from
in
the
here,
back.
but is it going to matter when
Already
it
giving
goes
them a
down?
double man advantage, a post plant.
3v5. Still like the
available
idea,
for
it's just the
Na'Vi.
fact he was
But
in
this
the
is the
open
thing.
and is
Look
straight
at
up
what is
overwhelmed.
left. Almost all of the utility, a neural theft to find that
Better
extra
keep an eye on this
information.
camera as well. They have a
Good
camera
luck,
to
Na'Vi.
retake B.
Looks like that neural theft came in
Yeah,
early. I
and
don't
then
know
they can
how
just
he's
check the...
predicting that with
Okay,
pinpoint
camera got
accuracy,
shot.
but Angel's got to be
Okay, we've seen this one before.
Tapped down
Spam
to
Fest.
50
How do they deal with
through
this?
the boxes. Last pack in the back, another one going through, and the push will come on the back of it. Not going to catch
Ooh,
either
that's
player. The
nice.
crossfire still
Molly
good,
to
but
stop the
DQ's
angle.
underway, half already, and there's no chance to
Okay,
answer
that's
back.
how. Yeah, there was a lot of
50
good stuff.
HP,
Smoke
Angel
at the
was all
top.
that was left.
We had an
And he
Omen that
deals the
TP
first
towards the
blow
back. We had
to
a mosh
KC
pit over
right
towards
at the
here
end of
to
the
stop the
round.
angle from the
6
spam.
to 5.
That was really cool.
The defensive side looks to equalize things at the half. They've definitely got the money to do it. Over on Navi, I think they're going to be a little
And they were on
bit
top of the fact that there's probably going to be
facing
a
little
lurk
bit more of a
added in
struggle
now.
as they go to invest into
think.
this final round.
This is the thing with this KC B-side defense is they're so quick to react to everything that Na'Vi is doing. It's pacey from Na'Vi, it's direct, but
Really good.
not once do I feel like
You
KC
till
have been
dump, yeah,
truly
there was
caught
so
off guard by
much.
the things they're doing, at least from
Comptus
the
has
first
so
few
much to
rounds.
throw.
Once they saw how quick things were going to be, they've been so good at reclaiming
Terminal
space. This round was
potential.
in
At the
mid,
moment, it looks like a
just getting
fast
back in
B,
behind them,
and
but also
that's the
just
right
playing off
site.
those advantages once they have them.
They saved the
Well,
knife.
Na'Vi looking like a broken record. They're going to try it again. This B-side success has been minimal.
And, you know, this time they'll get success, as in they'll get towards the site.
Save the knife, and I'm pretty sure it hit the Cypher. Okay, now they have the plant. We have one person over towards site. Molly gets a little bit of damage. Doesn't stop the plant, though. Good plant. 4 people B main, 1 guy. Be great.
Dropped right off rip.
Omen ult
But
into
now they'll look
spawn.
to entry back through, and here it comes.
I mean, they're not going to hear the
Showstopper
cancel,
any
but
moment now
I
as
think
the
they're going to
nade goes
imagine
through
it
to the
was
right.
cancelled.
Martin gets up nice and close. Blast packs in play. Does he find his mark on the way through?
Whoa,
They've fallen
where
back,
are
and
we?
he will find
We got a
Shell.
kill there.
But at what cost to trade out? It forces them into the angle. The Hunter's
Okay, still
Fury
not halved.
firing off all the while, and now they can spray.
They kill
up
Shao,
against
so I
that
don't know how
wall.
long the smoke lasts
Not
for.
finding a kill as they do, but the shots
Stupid
coming back
map,
confirm
man.
There's 2. They know this round is already in the books for the side of Navi.
The most
The
stupid
round,
map, bro.
not gonna matter
Okay,
what
nicely
happens
done. The
afterwards,
util
as
dump
the
wasn't
half
enough
comes
on
to a
this
close.
one.
It's 7
Omen Smoke
to
came in
5.
late, and they were good. Like
Good
Silver
showing by
ult
the
as soon as the
attack
spike
side
got
here.
touched.
Pistol though could
Real simple.
narrow that gap
Well done.
massively.
Well, yeah, I'm also interested how Na'Vi are going to make this work on the defense, because they've got a lot of information. That double initiator.
How would I
with
fix
the
the site?
Sova
Just get rid of the line there
and
that
the
you can
KO.
plant.
The
That's it.
thing that I'm questioning is the kneel, because you're going to have a lot of setup play.
Nice and
A lot
easy.
of the
If
teams,
you
when
can't
they've
plant
had these
stairs,
more,
it's pretty good.
aggressive compositions
Been
might
very
throw
hard to
something like
take,
a
and you're probably
break-in, so
gonna
you
have
can't
a rough
those
time
aggressive
still, but-
stuns, but a lot of that is just going to be Zipan on his own, trying to push the map. And the thing is, when you have a Neon, most of the time, your opponents are going to be able to assume that you're going to be doing that. So I feel like KC are going to be able to sit pretty and almost be patient in a lot of the early
Yeah, we'll
rounds
just get
here
rid of this.
to just try and deny whatever plan there is for Na'Vi.
I mean,
Well, that's what we saw
just in
Navi
all
doing
of
quite
this.
a bit. I think after map 1 as
I think it
well,
would
where
still
KC
work
had
fine.
a bit of flair to their defensive side.
You might make it a little bit more defense-sided,
defense
but at the moment it's been an attack-sided map
anyway.
anyway, so...
Now on that defense, looks like retake set up on B. KC have a lot of players to deal with on the way through, but that blind is perfect. No chance for Sugetsu to
Wingman
find
goes
Xiao,
in.
though.
We got no
Does
mollies
some
to
damage
stop
on the
this though.
cross. Angel down as well, and KC yet to find an angle to fight from.
And we might see
Looks
it
like just
in
recovering
return.
that Wingman and not going to main. Smoke online for Shin, but not used. They just want to fight this, and it's worked out to start.
That was disgusting. Peeking ahead of the util. This time, though, the trade is in. Information should be grasped, but they don't actually spot the third player. That could put a little bit of doubt in the minds of this Na'Vi side. The spam not connecting anything, but now they need to get onto this. Sugetsu can only find one, but
Does
they
get
are
half.
sticking it on
Look
that
at the
fuse.
HPs though.
They clean it
No one
off,
can
but
stick
both
this.
players are within one shot.
Yeah,
In
just one
fact,
shot.
all it takes is one bullet.
Back-to-back rounds. We see the default of the map
as KC are on 6.
at hand.
And now the pendulum
But I mean, yeah,
swinging
just use it
a
back
little
to
bit
him.
more towards that KC side. Early injection of rounds with a pistol under their belt, and a scrappy fight. The fact that Narrate sticks around on the site to look for more, swings into a stun as well, using their stun almost as a signal for himself, letting him know, oh, we're gonna push now. He knows there's a target there to be claimed. It's a narrow margin.
Thank God they got rid of Powell for
That
this.
ends up sitting towards
Yeah.
KC. Now they look to
Fix the
equalize
map,
things, and
bring
you
in
can
a
see
new
that
map with the
Na'Vi
same
don't have
issues.
a lot to work with, even
It's
despite
fine. I
the
do
weaknesses that are
actually
in play.
genuinely have
They don't
belief that this
decide
gets
on
fixed
the
probably this
defense
year.
to group up, play the numbers, and try to win some brawly fights.
Hopefully.
Instead, spreading out, evidently feeling the potential of those lighter weapons. Early on, spotting one on A, and the rotate on the back of it, Thomas, we can see is very, very well gambled by Na'Vi. 4 players on B.
The problem is there really isn't any real
Yeah,
weaponry
and let's
to
see
play
how
with.
good Navi's
It's gonna have to be
fast
hopeful.
flood
Some
is.
mistakes are made, some shots are whiffed. And while you can see, at least for now, that's not happening. Martin just farming up the frags.
I also
We're
really
gonna get ever
thought that
closer to
let's
showstopper,
see if we see
which
it. The
will still
pistol
be
round, I'm telling you, I
relatively
really
far
think
away.
there should be a molly in this corner. Like if they got the killjoy, that's
Slow
really what I
crossed
thought it was for.
opportunities. Now, he's been given the pistol because they
let's
want
see.
him to actually hunt.
Because at the moment
If
they're
it
just
goes
sending
down,
it in,
it's
and then
not
if
a
the
problem.
plant's down,
They'll still
someone
have
has to
themselves
commit,
a
and then
weapon
it's
for
like
the
some
next
weird
round.
thing where everyone's fighting
Angel
in
now.
stairs when they don't want to be fighting stairs.
Try and find someone on 14
So,
HP. It isn't going to happen.
okay damage in
Scoreline
terms of one
equalised
gun gone,
as clean
but
as can be
as
really
you can
for
see, they're
KC
allowed
with
a
only
death.
a ghost dropped. And
It's a
they'll now go for
very
similar
good
buy
bonus.
into this one with Thrash just 1 away.
One player was 9 HP, so you could have seen another weapon falling to the floor. I think it works
Map
out
1
for Martin,
uploading.
though, hunting
Let's see.
to try and get that extra orb, be it by death
It's
or by kill.
Still processing,
Some way
bro.
it was going to find its way into his back pocket. Now you've got Martin
Gotta
3
give it a little
away.
bit.
Showstopper's not going to be online in this round. Well, you never know with Martin. But it won't be used if it does. If he gets 3 kills, I don't want to see him popping it.
Still no
Narrate.
killjoy
One
Ito
away.
here.
Very possible that we get a
They're just
Thrash,
using
and
it at the
in this
moment to
round,
heavy
especially
shut
when
down
Na'Vi put their credits on the line,
the initial
any
hits.
ultimate
Oh
could be
boy.
massive to bridge
Yeah,
the
this is
gap
probably
between
why
your
we've got
two
no
buys.
stall over towards B if we go
KC side,
aggro
see
towards B
aggression
main.
on B. The
Trying to
reaction
force them into
to
the
shift
A.
their way towards
hold.
this A site. Paranoia used, and they'll quickly make their way in.
This would be
Problem is,
official
it's
right
a very
here
passive
with this
setup
guy.
from Na'Vi,
Where is he?
So KC wastes a lot of time just throwing
guy.
out this util, clearing every corner meticulously.
Yeah, this is official.
They've got some utility that can buy extra time. I think that's the main goal. It's not
Whoa.
worked out, though.
Went for a
Sugetsu
swing
goes
on
peeking.
this one,
Zipan
and we
is
have
caught
someone
trying to fight into
lurking.
mid. It's not going well for the side of Na'Vi until
Yeah,
Xiao
Nardis has
at
to
least
kill
went
everyone,
on
but
it
Xiao
too.
has killed
He's on the
2
boost.
on
That's
top
such a common
of the
spot
box.
for Omen players, and he's got away with murder.
I guess again, tunnel vision.
But they
by
still have the
flash that
official,
went
right?
through.
They picked it up.
They see a player on the side. That's
Yeah.
where you're looking as you swing on in. Not expecting. A sneaky little play from Xiao. He escaped with 44 HP as well. Tamazi gets nothing in the way of information other than one
Yeah,
player
smoke goes
close,
in,
which is
knife
something
clears
they
the
could have
info,
guessed.
and
For Na'Vi,
didn't hit all of
out
them.
of position. Knife
But
gets
yeah,
nothing.
they were
So you start the
in 2
rotation.
minds of what to do
Start
here.
to think about where these players on
Artis
the attack could be
stays,
taking the spike. That's why we see
and
Angel
it's all
on the
up to
other side
this.
of the map, but Artis has to stand
He did
strong,
great
and
though.
it's
He didn't
only
kill
one kill
Fischl, which
found.
is a bit
Now
unlucky
they
for
move
him.
ever closer.
Omen is still close though.
Thrash is used, of course.
They
They
has to
expect more
respect
players
this,
to be here,
wait
but
for the
it is
fish to
wide
check
open for
over it, and
taking.
then take a
Plan
timing.
needs to be
10
safe, and
seconds
it
left.
looks to be nothing to really push them out. Angel might have a shock dart ready, but
Planted.
he's got his rifle in hand instead, looking
Guy
for the
gets
fight.
shot.
They're separated. Shock dart
Oh.
through to force him into Xiao's waiting arms. It's only Narrate left.
This
One
guy
of the
though.
strongest players
It
we've
is
seen
this
in quite
guy.
a while, but he's got to get on that spike. It's being diffused as we speak, and
Hey,
he's
nicely
forced
done from
into
Na'Vi.
2 different
In
angles.
terms of it
No
though,
way
if you're
to win
K-Corp,
that,
you're pretty
but Angel
happy.
landing an 8th
Like, I
round
know
for
they put it
Na'Vi.
all into it, but in terms of the actual damage
An
done,
oversight.
it's a lot of
That's
damage
the
done.
difference in that round. At least I think. And unless they did smoke it, and he
Shouldn't be
was
too
just
worried about it. I
spamming
know
through, but
this
no,
all
it's
fell apart
the
because of this,
classic
but
Omen spot that you've got to check on your way in.
it's hard to check that
was
spot
what
though.
recovered the round.
Because
A
like if you
fantastic round it
about
was from
checking the
Xiao.
spot when you're smoked
Right up
off,
there
like it's more down to the
on that
smoke
scoreboard.
itself, right, than
Oh,
anything.
8-7. Lead taken
Because
by
normally
Na'Vi
you clear
once
that
again
from
still.
here, but when you're
There's
smoked
gonna
off,
be
you have to
plenty
go into a
purchase
site,
with.
and
Bear
it's
in
not
mind again,
like
for KC, that
you're going to
was
be
their bonus
insta-looking
round,
here
even
when
if it
you've
had
done this
majority
smoke. You've got to be
rifles.
checking this, back a sight, like over towards
Go into
here.
the default.
So it's like one of the
Building up
last places
space
you would
side.
check.
Martin,
It's more
in
the fact that
fact,
Xiao
well,
actually
Tigresara
smoked
is
side
gone,
that
but
made
that's
this
a showstopper. More importantly,
a
is the
thing.
orb is claimed.
Martin picks up the orb, that's all.
Okay, see a team that does well once they find those early leads, Tom, but I think this younger squad where they could be tested, especially against a squad like Na'Vi, the difference is the experience.
One
is what they have to fall
person,
back on. And sure,
2,
Magnum's been on that stage a million
3.
times, but the
3
rest
that
of the
can buy
squad,
next round.
they're that little bit more green. Certainly, I think Angel probably has more competitive years combined.
So
than
massive
the
swing
Hardy
rounds.
KC combined
It's 7-8.
under his belt.
Person's really going to get the lead on this.
He's old. You could leave him alone.
Elderly. Elderly is the word. But that's why Na'Vi can go 10-2 down, still win the map and win the series afterwards.
This is what I was
Side of
expecting.
KC,
Looking
we
over
get to
towards
see
B,
that sort of,
the molly to
from
break,
motions, we get to see that
to break
sort
the
of
wingman plant.
comeback, sort of resilience. TP used, cancelled, and now spotted 2 players towards the spawn. They know exactly
Through
where these
market.
defenders are. They might not
Dude, they
know
have
that
5
there's
people
4
here.
players on B, though. It's stacked up. Martin on his way through. Good rocket. It hasn't found the kill. In fact, these players
They
still
have
on
so
Na'Vi are
many
dishing
people
out
here. That's a
damage.
lovely shot from
3
Narrate.
versus 2,
He makes this
down
one
to a
doable.
2 versus 1. But Tamazi has to retrieve that spike, and, well, if he sprints through, he's going to pick it up for free. He's in and he's out.
Oh, shot.
An immediate shot and the reveal available. Timing here is going to be absolutely everything. But
Angel
just
impact,
slightly
bro.
ahead of where he
Holy.
expected him
That's,
to be.
like, that is just a big round.
Way too close once
Yeah,
again. We've seen so
Narrate
many
did so
rounds
well
within
to make this
matchup come down to
close
just a
round.
singular
And
player.
even Tamazi, just a fast decision making to
While
go through the
KC
cage here, go over towards the
with
right.
the
So they
space, with the showstopper,
done
again,
really
there
well.
were
They think he's B main,
expectations that they
basically,
could have
right?
taken that round home. But it's just these gamble plays, these risks taken, these fights won from the side of Na'Vi that keep them in the lead for now. Unfortunately for Carmine Corp, this is going to put them in an awkward position financially. The Sheriffs in play, which, you know, they've been able to do quite a lot with very little.
Yeah, it means a lot. You
with
would
some of the
imagine it's
gambles
worth
that they've
2.
had throughout. On their attack, though, that might be a little bit more difficult.
It's a flash and smoke heard going down in mid as well for KC.
I have
What you can do about that, but it will get the alarm bells ringing that mid take is underway, that there could be players now pushed close, ready to fight. That market could be being contested, and we see a lot of the numbers for KC, in fact, all of them, focused towards this part of the map. They're going to dump a fair bit of utility to retake this position, but now spotting a passive Xiao, start to realize what you're truly up against. And a spam from Artis gets a kill.
Yeah,
I mean, that is just unfortunate.
Cleared one out. Angels reposition, but it's a little
Uh-oh,
bit
gun down.
labored.
They might just
And then
tunnel vision
look like
this,
they're
right?
still tempted to fight
Yeah,
this.
Wigman cleared all
Bear
of
in
this.
mind,
They
the
know they can
referee's
pick up the
so
gun for
far in
free.
Na'Vi's favor that they don't really have a need to take gambles here.
Yeah.
It's worked out for Artis.
Nice
though.
cleanup, but this guy's still got a gun.
Every
Oh
single
my
fight put in front
goodness.
of him.
Okay, well there goes the
Opt for
gun.
the ace, as Magnum is the only man remaining. May just try and get a plant in. Instead, though, he's going to go push
Maybe.
it. He wants to give
Okay.
Artis the fight, and Artis will
Very
take it all
clean
day
round
long.
from
An
Artis.
ace to
Lovely
put their
shots,
10th
especially the
round
fourth
onto
one. That
board.
was the most impressive.
His ult's online, no surprises there. But that, of course, was a low-buy round for the side of KC, so expectations not the highest.
For sure, I'll give you that, but it got a little scary. I think Artis has done a remarkable job to pull this back. If he even
The
grabs
Kifo.
2, this round could have slipped out.
The
and
Swedish
Kifo.
knives.
synchronized as well. They've been practicing
Kifio.
that one. Well, 10-7, 3-round lead for Na'Vi. Map
Okay,
3
what's
will
the
be
Sneeko?
sunset if we make it there.
They
and
would-
it's becoming increasingly
This
likely.
would be 12 if Na'Vi win this. They decide to go fast, but the knife hits 5 of them.
I've liked watching these guys play it so much. I want 40 rounds. We had that one before on Bind. But as we look towards this A site, KC stacked up, ready to go, rifles in hand, but the main thing I'm looking at is Narrate. He's got his ultimate. It's not going to be used. Instead, it's just Martin going out. Their own recon
Dude,
drone.
Na'Vi have such a read into this. They
From here it's a
over-rotate
0.
and they stay.
Artist already gone. Pop flash.
The K-Corp
Over the
never
top.
cancel their
Angel
fast
Shower
rounds.
again, it's these
Oh,
preemptive retakes,
a lot
but
of swings.
grouping up as a
10
unit.
HP for Martin.
Sugetsu has been able to find a gap. Martin low, but
Higher
a
low
high-low
is pretty
setup
nice.
makes this fight fairly awkward, maybe
it
not
wasn't
quite in
together.
line, though. That will leave it up to Magnum.
Ooh,
2 kills
this
already
works out
to his
pretty well.
name. 2 more needed to be found. And he's going to have to take a peek around this. Does manage the kill onto Sugetsu. Just 5 HP remaining for him. And while Shao,
Ah, this
I
was
think
close.
ends up wallbanging him in the end.
Yeah, I wonder if they
Again,
never
it
mid
comes
rounds
out to
because
one
I was
player.
looking at
We've
this.
seen it so
I was looking at
many
this in the
times
K-Corp
for
FUT game,
KC, at
where
least
it's
in this
just I
map,
talked
they've been
about
on
on
the wrong
Blackchat,
end of
right,
it.
where they take map control and then they just force into the site. Dude, Na'Vi rotated. And just no one even considered that there was a flank here with the knife, where someone obviously good with the knife getting hit just go back towards middle.
Seems like everything's lined up for them, but that
It looks like they never ever cancel. They just go through with whatever the plan was. Still, again, that's like my main worry about this team is like the mid rounding and I guess the IGLing in terms of like when your first original plan gets wrecked, it feels like they don't have a good backup plan a lot of the time.
Big ultis online, a lockdown just around the corner as well. The worst timing possible for KC to be facing off against such a stacked ult economy. They've only got Thrash themselves to try to find the value back.
Again, selling some information into mid. They've done quite well to take this control in the majority of rounds, but obviously last time they got slaughtered by Artist.
Official.
That was a weaker
Oh man, they're up
purchase.
against so many
You
ults.
can see the setup
And
already
still the molly
being
over
put into
towards B,
place
but we
though
haven't
from
had to see it
Na'Vi.
for a while, right? The wingman out, B
Paranoia
plant.
set up against the wall if they are to try and face this A site. And Na'Vi desperately hunting for some sort of information, but it is very slow from KC, trying to give absolutely nothing away. It's
Knife goes in,
difficult to do
and Narrate was
when you're
in to get
playing
hit
up
by this.
against the Sova KO combo. They normally find something, and while they've spotted one in the back of mid, Angel doesn't need to overface
they take
this
down
now,
their
they've got
entry?
that man advantage.
But they gotta go A. It's so hard to entry over towards B through these 2 choke points without a duelist.
Bit of information to play
30
with.
seconds left.
Although the shock might not find its mark, Na'Vi just need to sit back as Thrash comes through, clears out some space. But
Big duel at middle here. What's the timing like?
Canceled out by the ult in
Oh,
play. A good attempt
Artist
by
gets
Magnum to
saved.
find value, but spotted with
3
perfect
passing
timing from
sides.
Shao.
They don't know
Defensive
that people
side
aren't
stacks
here.
the advantages now. 5
Wait,
versus
what a
3.
Sova ult.
Fury is
What a
called
Sova
in.
ult.
Another nail in the coffin of this round. It was almost a guaranteed kill for the
5
Hunter's
HP,
Fury,
gets
but
hunted
Artist
down.
went swinging ahead of it, leaving Tamazi on 5 HP, trapped in a corner. To even get out of here with the weapon, I would be surprised. Here they come. And okay, he finds
Damn.
Oh,
Okay, well, 5 HP manages to survive. That's a straight up caster curse.
It's 22 and 15, and they're 12-7 down. That's not a bad scoreline for a Cypher, but it's a bad scoreline for KC.
God, I love this though. The combination of utility. You can see KC. I said they're playing up against the Neon Comp. You're expecting aggression. You're expecting all of this different
I'm in the stance.
pushes and util
Okay,
and something to give it
5
away. But Na'Vi
chances
really didn't do a
to
lot. They
close
held
this one.
everything until the last few seconds, and you can see KC just fumbled it at that stage. Running through against that Hunter's Fury. Orb claimed, but at a cost of HP, and considering this could be the last round of the map, look at the buy. A Bulldog, Guardian, Stinger. It's not pretty.
Thank God Tamazi saved that weapon. Yeah, this could have been very awkward if he had went down. Against all odds, he managed to repel that
I've been
final
doing this
push.
a lot, right?
But now it's
Look
them
like
that has to
look
find
like they
success
aggro
on the
A, but
pushes
group
they
up
can.
and
And
heavy
again,
punish
5
middle with
rounds
3
in a row
people
for
top
KC.
mid and 1 person
To
at
get
door.
back into this
It's
one,
very
and the
nice.
blast pack hasn't
Yeah,
worked
and they
out.
just
Straight into the path of the
absolutely
bullets
send it.
of Na'Vi. The wall up, and Shin will try to cross. He'll get safely into the corner.
Even Iron
But
Shao,
is
he
around
is.
here, looking to drop the
Oh my
needles.
god, where are we?
Artist is pushed back into
So
the
much
field, but
util
they'll
on
make it
this.
out.
Yeah,
What's
they had
their
to
retake
retreat.
like? They still have
They're
Omen
there,
Flash.
gave them away. Drone will do the same on the other side, but Narrate is going to deny them at least a little bit of extra
Omen
space.
Flash, knife,
Still
that's
the
it.
rotation coming through
That's
from
all they got.
Sugetsu. A
Omen Flash,
single
knife,
kill
and
for him.
smoke.
We'll get this all online. Spotting a player in the back corner, but again, this group
Ooh.
of this aggression coming out. It comes down to
Look at this. Look at the
Sugetsu's
kill
gonna be there
feeds.
to close it.
Ridiculous.
Lockdown for a little bit
Yeah,
of a
everyone just decided to
celebration,
swing on this one.
but
There's
ultimately,
8-person
once
duel
again,
here.
Na'Vi lose their own map. They go into their opponents.
All right,
Guess
what is
The
next?
exact
Split?
same scoreline the other way around.
We almost should have seen this coming, Tom. You know, I feel like we've let you